Hi, hello, vanakkam, and welcome back to yet another episode on Little Slaw YouTube channel. So, in this series of videos, we are discussing about how to do a performance testing from scratch. So, we have started it from the performance designing and then the script creation, the test plan designing, and the test strategy. So now in this week we are discussing about the thread groups. So previously we have discussed about the ultimate thread group. How do we design our threads and how do we design a ramp up, ramp down, and the hold down, hold up second. And then in our previous video we all watched about how to design a test scenario, a test plan using our open model thread group, and we have discussed about how it helped us to achieve the load by just giving the arrival rate or the rate of which we wanted to hit. So in this video, so again we are going to discuss about one more very interesting thread group, which is the arrivals thread group. I will take you through of like how to use this arrival thread group and what are all the differences between this arrival thread group and the ultimate thread group and the open model thread group, and I will give you an example of how to use this thread group in this video. So before we move on to the video, I request you all to subscribe to our channel if you have not subscribed yet. Like, comment your questions and feedback in the comment section as usual. So with no further ado, let's go to the video. So before we start, so first let me tell you what is this arrivals thread group and how to use this. So this arrival thread group is very specially created for the cases where the number of hits is known. So this is something similar to our previous open model thread group, because even there, if we know the number of hits, we can achieve it, but still it's quite complex because we have the way of achieving it, like we need to insert the code rather than designing here. So here it's very simple. We can just give the target rate, which is the number of hits that we require for a second or for a minute. So we can even change it to minute or to seconds by choosing the option below the graph which we see here. But here in the open models thread group, we have option for second, we had option for minute, and we had option for even hour. But in this arrivals thread group, we can see we have just only the option for minutes and seconds, and in fact that gives more flexibility when we want to design our test scenario or the test plan. So when it comes to arrival rate, so we can easily define the arrival rate. Say for example, if I want to achieve, and there is one more thing. So here, for example, if I want to achieve 600 hits in a minute, so let me just give you an example. So if the target rate is 10 per second, so let me just take you through seconds, because anyways I'll be running this test for a minute, so I'll be just taking you through the arrival rate. So I just need 10 hits per second, and what is going to be the hold time? So the hold time is the steady state or the entire duration of the test. So the first one is going to be the arrival rate, which is going to be 10 per second, and then the second one is going to be the execution time, which here is explained in the hold target rate, and which is again, so if you change it in seconds, everything changes to second. But if you see in the old model open model thread group, we can have multiple combinations of time, like we can have it seconds, we can have it in hours, we can have it in minute, we can have it in seconds. But in the arrival thread group, everything changes at the same time. Like if you want it in minutes, everything is in minutes. If you want it in seconds, everything changes to seconds. So this is again a drawback, or this is again I would say a boon or a advantage of using this arrivals thread group. So let's go to the hold target time. So we are going to hold it for 60 seconds, which is going to be 1 minute. So when it comes to the calculation, say for example, if I want to achieve 600 hits, okay, if I'm running 10 hits per second, and if I'm running it for 60 seconds, it is going to be 600 hits. So this will be exactly handled. And what about the user load? So the user load will be very intelligently handled by the arrivals thread group. So this will automatically handle it. So for that, I'm adding the active threads over time. So this is very helpful when you are trying to set up your load test. I would definitely advise you, if you haven't added or if you haven't used your active threads over time, please do add this. This will really help you. And if you do not know what is active threads over time, you can watch it in my previous video. And bytes through over time will again help you to know how much bytes is being sent or received throughout this test. So let's now see how to add this, because this arrival thread group will not come as a default thread group while adding or while you install your JMeter. So how to add this? And for that, we will have to go to the arrivals thread group under the JMeter's plugin, and then we'll have to download the arrivals thread group, the jar file, and once downloaded, copy paste it into the library folder, and that's enough. You are done with your arrivals thread group. Or else, I think, let me check in the plugins manager. I think we should have it there. Yes, so we have this customs thread group, and we have this arrivals thread group as part of it. So in case if you have this plugins manager, you can easily download it through your customs thread group. So with that, let's try our example. So the example again, we will see. So we are having, or we want to achieve 600 hits in a minute. So I'll change it in a second. So as I told you, so it's going to be 10 hits per second, and the target time is going to be 60 seconds. So here you can see we have a target of 1 minute, and we have a target of like 10 per second, and which is going to be 60. We're going to run it for 60 seconds, which is going to be 1 minute, and let's start the test and we will wait and see how does it work. So I'm starting the test now, and let me go to the summary report, and here I started to get the hits, and here you can see the maximum thread so far is around 25, and it has even extended up to 25, but the overall, the thread group, you can see here the maximum is around 25 running threads, and the total number of threads to run is 26. So in that way, the users, the threads will keep on hitting the request, and this thread group automatically manages your workload. So you don't need to worry about your, like, how many number of users do I need to use, so which is something similar to what we have in the open model thread group. But comparing to open model thread group and the arrivals thread group, it's quite complex to set up your schedules. But when it comes to arrival thread groups, it's very simple. You can just keep the target rate and your hold rate. So in that way, we can easily achieve it. So let's go to the summary report, and here you can see we have exactly achieved the number of hits which we wanted to achieve. So in case if I want to give a ramp up time, say something like a 10-second of ramp up time, and if I want to give a ramp up step, something like a 10 steps. So by the end of your 10th second, you will be having all your 10 arrival rates. So again, this is not something your users. So this is again your arrival rates, and here you can see how many hits will you achieve. So if, for example, this is very useful, because without any idea of how many hits you will achieve at the end, here it will tell you approximately you will achieve 655 arrivals depending on your response times and the think time and the pacing we added. So this will tell you clearly how many arrivals will you achieve. So this is not something which you see in the other thread groups. Say for example, if you see here, you will not know how many users or how many hits you will achieve it at the end. But this arrivals thread group, this is so useful when you want to achieve something which is very concrete. So say for example, if I'm increasing it to 20 seconds, so see, automatically this total arrivals automatically gets changed. So if I'm again, if I'm running it for 120, just like 2 minutes, so I'll be achieving 1310. So in fact, you can just even make the calculation here. If I want to achieve some 10,000 hits, what I want to do, I can just change it to, I can just change it to 500. Okay, so it's just going to be 100. Or if I want to achieve 10,000 hits, what I have to do, I have to change it to 1000, and then I can adjust it here to 10. And if I still want to bring it down, I can change it to 999, and still it's 998, 995, and still 990 or 992, 3, 5. So this way we can approximately bring down the exact or approximate number of hits that we want. So this will be very helpful, because this in fact clearly tells you so that this is the number of hits that we are going to achieve. So in this way it will definitely help you when you want to achieve the number of hits, rather than uh, having a confusion of like you set everything here, so you set the pass, the rate, everything, but you're not sure like how many hits are we going to achieve at the end of the test. Okay, so let's now see the differences between the arrival thread group and the original, the ultimate thread group, which we saw in the very first video of our test. So when coming about the arrival rate, so here you see, so we have 4 different inputs. So one is the arrival rates, which we already saw of why are we using the arrival rate. So this arrival rate is something that we achieve in a second or in a minute. So if I want to achieve 10 hits per second or 10 hits per minute, and multiplying it by the target rate, the total time, I can achieve the number of hits which I wanted. And then the ramp up time, so which you can see here, it slowly increases the arrival rates, and then the ramp steps count. So if I want to achieve it in one step, automatically I can achieve it. And if I want to achieve it in 2, so you can see here, so automatically this gets changed. It gets divided based on the time which we use. So these are the 4 main things which I would say, because again we have the thread iterations limit or the log thread status interval or the concurrence limit, but I would say these 4 things are very important, and this will in fact help you to achieve your test objectives. So okay, let's come back to the differences. So when talking about the arrival rate, so and the concurrency thing that we see here in the ultimate thread group, so the arrival thread group is designed to simulate a specific arrival rate of virtual users to the system, right? So we can achieve the specific arrival rate. But when it comes to the ultimate thread group, it is designed to simulate a specific level, or I would say the number of users which are actively using the system at any given time. So here the very basic difference is the ultimate thread groups concentrate on your threads, and the arrival thread group concentrate, or it targets the arrival rates or the number of hits that we want to do. And then when it comes to the gradual ramp up or step up, so the arrival thread group allows us to gradually ramp up the number of virtual users over a specified period of time, whereas the ultimate thread group uses a step up approach. So here you can see we have the step up approach. You can easily step up by adding the rows where the number of user increases in steps, right? So that's the difference between the arrivals group and the ultimate thread group. So when it comes to the next point, which is the realistic traffic, which is versus the controlled traffic. So the arrivals thread group enables us to simulate the realistic traffic pattern. So here you can see the realistic traffic pattern. It's not like something like steady, or it's not something like very high or very low. And this is followed by gradually ramping up the arrival rate of virtual users. Whereas in the ultimate thread group, it's designed for more controlled traffic. So here you can see here, it's like controlled. You have a steady state, and that's too controlled. It's not like you have a small ramp up or ramp down during the test, or there's no spike or there is no spike down. So this is something, a very controlled traffic. And since we have specified the exact number of virtual users at each step. And then the last difference is the target rate versus the duration and the duration iteration. So the arrival rate allows us to specify a target arrival rate. So here you can see the target arrival rate, and it hold it for a specified duration. But the ultimate thread group allows us to specify the duration of the test and the number of iterations to run, but we don't have any control on how many iterations will we achieve at the end of the test. And for that we might need to bring down, or we might need to do some calculations on how to achieve it using the workload modeling. So in that way, I would recommend the arrival thread group is far more useful while you are running or while you want to achieve the number of hits. So what about the previous one, the open model thread group? So we have seen about the open model thread group, which in fact helped us to achieve, like how many hits we needed. It was more specific towards the the arrival rate rather than the thread. So now let's see what's the difference between the open model thread group and the arrival thread group. So again, when talking about the very first point about the arrival rate and concurrency, so the arrival thread group is designed to simulate a specific arrival rate of virtual users to the system, as we already saw. But the open model thread group is designed to simulate a specific level of concurrency, that is the number of virtual users actively using the system at any given time. So we could see there is a specific level of target of load of hit rates that has been targeted. And when it comes to the gradual ramp up and immediate start, so here you can see, even though we have a pre-execution time, but we don't have an access to ramp up the users slowly. It's like we have to just immediately throw in all the users at the same time in the open model thread group. So in that way, I feel it will not bring us a realistic scenario. But when it comes to the arrival thread group, we can very easily and very smoothly we can do the ramp up part. So in fact, we can, if I give it 100, it will definitely do it. So that actually gives a more hands-on, or it helps me to gradually increase the users into the scenario during the testing. But again, it actually brings some impact in the arrivals rate, the total arrivals. But still, I would suggest this is quite very smooth in giving the load to the user. So this I would definitely recommend. If you are running a load test, this I would definitely recommend as your thread group. And then when it comes to the realistic traffic versus the bursty traffic, so the arrival rate thread groups enable us to simulate realistic traffic patterns by gradually ramping up. So that's what we are discussing so far based on the arrival rate of virtual users. But the open model thread group is better suited for simulating a bursty traffic pattern where a large number of virtual users immediately start the system without any waiting. So that's one thing. And then when it comes to the last difference, which is the target rate and the constant concurrency, so the arrival thread group allows us to specify a target arrival rate, while the open model thread group allows us to specify a constant level of concurrency. So I think after you watching this video, I think you will definitely never use the ultimate thread group or the open model thread group, and you will definitely jump to the arrival thread group, because this actually comes up with bundle of benefits when it comes to achieving the number of hits during the end of the test. So if you don't have the user load count in your hand, and if you have only your number of hits you want to achieve, say for example, if you're running an API testing, or if you are running a user load, or if you're running a load test which tells you that achieve 1000 or 10,000 hits in 1 hour, just go open your arrival thread group, just give your numbers in the target rate and the ramp up time and the ramp up step count and the whole target rate. Automatically you'll get your approximate time, and yeah, you're good to start your test, and with that you'll complete your test. So I wish you best of luck for using this arrival thread group. And with that we come to an end. So far we saw about how to use this arrival thread group, and then we saw what are the difference between the arrival thread group and the open model thread group and the ultimate thread group. So every day these thread groups are giving us more and more of surprises. So I'm waiting for another surprise in our next video. So until then, it's bye bye from Vasan Shanmugam and Little's Law.